Hey, David here, going to show you how to code while and do while loops. So first thing we're going to do, new folder, chapter 8 loops, and then open up Eclipse and point it towards chapter 8 loops, right like that. And it's opening up right now. Alright, so new Java project. Chapter 8 loops, and then we'll put in here the do while loop and the while loop. I'm just making these two right now. We're gonna refactor this. Refactor, rename, just naming this while loop. Okay. So under while loop, we're going to have the same normal main class. Alright, public static void main, perfect. And so now I'll code the while loop. And for this one, I'm just going to start with counting. So we're going to use the while loop to count from 0 to 10. So we're going to do int I equals 0, and I just stands for iterator, and it's a classic programming name for the iterator of a loop. So basically what we do is we just do while I is less than 10. Actually, this will count from 0 to 10. Syso I, and then I plus plus. If you don't add the I++, it won't increment. So what will happen is I will always be 0, and since I will always be less than 10, this will loop forever. So if we run this, it'll print out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's just what we wanted it to do. If we take out this code and run it, it'll loop forever as 0. And you just have to push the terminate button. Alright, so that is a simple while loop. Another way it could be used is, well, like that's one way it can be used. Another way you can use it is like if you had that as 10, you could minus minus, and while I is greater than 10, this will count. This one should count down. Maybe while I is greater than 0. That'll make sense. That makes more sense. Okay, there we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And the reason it doesn't spit out 0 here is because when I is equal to 0, this statement ends up being false and it goes outside of that. So we can also syso loop over. So when we save this, run it, it'll say loop over. Yep. So now we'll move on to the do while. So we'll add a new Java package. Make sure you have package do while up here. We'll call this main class. Public static void main. Perfect. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is do. And then while. And inside of here, we'll just create a string answer and just set equal to nothing for right now. And the first thing we're going to do is answer equals JOptionPane dot, and if you don't know how to do JOptionPanes, look at chapter 5 for input. And we'll just do show input dialog. Null. And then inside of here we'll do while answer dot equals, and inside of here we'll put yes. And then if we do this little exclamation point, it means does not. So while answer dot equals yes, while that is not true. So if they type in yes, this highlighted section will be true, and then when you add in the exclamation point, that'll make this statement false, which means this will quit for the while. And I can show you what I mean very quickly. So answer equals j after pane. Perfect. And the final thing we need before our question is j option pane dot I need to change that input dialog. Show message dialog, and this one is null, and then the message is well, let's just get rid of this. Put it right in here. Are we there yet? That's the code we really wanted. So now when we run it, get this input, are we there yet? No. And it'll pop up again. Are we there yet? No. Stop. It'll keep doing it. Unless we push. Yes. Wait, I got another one. Why'd I get another one? Because I didn't do it with a capital. Yes. And now it terminated. So that's a simple nagging feature with using a do while. Notice how this executes at least once. For instance, if we set this automatically to yes, it'll ask at least once. Whereas if we take this same code and basically put it in the other one, should have been copying that, not cutting it. Anyways, basically we took the old code and put it in the while loop. And if you notice, it's still set to, there we go. What's your problem? Stop this. If you put while true in here, it'll just run forever, and we'll explain that in another video, but that's just to get it to stop giving me errors. Notice how it didn't even give me an option for the J option pane. Just said loop over. That's because answer equals yes, and this statement would end up being true. This would means not, so it would end up being false. And if it's false, then the while loop quits, because it'd be while false, not while true. So it would quit. Anyways, hope that made sense. In the next video, I'll talk about how to use breaks and how to break from a continuous loop. Alright, see you in another video.